Hello everyone. Welcome back. Uh, this video, I'm gonna just give you a quick tour of the Raspberry Pi desktop. Now, all desktops, when they load with a different background to me. They load, I think it's with the clouds. And this taskbar, or they call it the panel, is at the top. When you first start your Raspberry Pi, it'll be at the top. You'll have a different background, and you won't have all the same icons, that I have. So what you want to do, depending how you like your setup, you can have it how you want. I like it because it's similar to Windows 11. And the way you move that, if you go to right click on the panel or the taskbar, whatever you want to call it, go to panel settings. Here you have geometry and you have positions. So, you can have this taskbar on the left if you want, or the right. I like it at the bottom, as I say, because it's the same as Windows. So this is where you can change the position of your taskbar panel, whatever you want to call it. And then panel appearance is another one we can look at. The size of the icons on the panel taskbar. You can have, I'm not going to change them because it can upset things. Once you've got it set, keep it set. You got small, medium, large and very large. I've got two monitors, and if you've got two monitors, you have a leading monitor, or your monitor that you want, that you use most of the time, as HDMI 1. But then again, it depends where you plug in your HDMIs on your Raspberry Pi. Because remember, we've got two mini HDMI ports. You can do all your text colors, you can change whatever you want. Okay? Now, say you want to change the background. Right click, desktop preferences. Thumbs up. Right. So I've got my two monitors. If I want to change the background, just click on this and you'll have quite a few different backgrounds that you can look at. Change your backgrounds to whatever suits you, really, to whatever suits you. So that's how you change the background. Again, taskbar. Here it's called panels. Here it's called taskbar, right? So don't get confused. Just call it the taskbar or the panel. I'll call it the taskbar. Then we've got our system settings. I don't really touch that. And you can set defaults for the size of screen you've got. You can have large, medium or small screens, and you can set the defaults for that. So that's the basic layout of this desktop. Down the bottom, we've got these icons. This is your start icon, web browser, your file manager. This is where all your files are. Remember I showed you that in the in one that I think when I did filing systems. So we got that. Oh, let me just put it away. And then we got the start button. So we've got our start button. Now remember, you won't have as many programs as me. I'm going to show you how to get these in a few minutes. But we've got programming. I like to use Sony, Python IDE, but I also use Visual Studio Code. I'm doing an online course learning a bit, trying to learn Python. And because it's run by Microsoft, of course, I use the Microsoft software. Whenever you do any tutorials, try and use the same equipment, software that they use. It makes life so much easier. Then we've got Office. You won't have it loaded yet, but I'm going to show you how to do it shortly. LibreOffice, it's free. Internet, I've got two browsers. I don't really browse the internet on my Raspberry Pi. What I use it for, I use it for like commands, or if I want to copy and paste something, because it's difficult. You can't copy from a Windows 11 machine to your Raspberry Pi. Then you've got your sound and graphics. I don't really use graphics on my Raspberry Pi, but I've got the VLC media player just in case I ever need it. Then you've got your graphics software. Document viewer. I use that because I read a lot of PDF documents. And it's easier to have a document viewer to read them documents. Then you've got different graphics packages. Systems tools. Conky. I like to monitor my system over here because I live in a very hot country. That's why down here I have the temperature. I'll show you that in a minute. But this shows me everything that's going on, and it shows me how much room I've got left on my hard drive. Okay, because the internal SSD card and my extra USB stick. Memory. What's the memory like? How much memory am I using? Because some applications are memory intensive. And then my CPU usage. I've got a quad core. That's the Raspberry Pi 4's got quad cores. And then different system information. Okay, so that's system tools. Then I've got accessories. So here we got, you won't have Commander Pi, but this is your accessories. Let me just show you this one. You might want to run this just to see how your SD card stands up. Remember I told you to get an A class for your operating system? So I'll run this test, and this test tests the read and write speeds of your SD card. So let's just wait for this test to run. It only takes a minute or two, so just let's let it run. Then I'll show you the outcome. It gives you either a pass or a foul. All right, just because it's fouled doesn't mean you can't use the SD card, but it won't perform as good as a Class A card. So let me show you the log. So what we're interested in is 10, 11 and 12. Sequential write speed, 21,991. And the pass is 10,000. So I'm double the sequential write speed. Random write speed, 1126. Pass is 500. So I'm twice as fast as the required. Random write speed. Random read speed, 3503. Target for the pass is 1500. So again, I'm more than double the random read speed. So test your card. Okay, and then it will let you know if the card is man enough to run the Raspberry Pi operating system. So that's accessories. We've got quite a few here. SD card copier, task manager, got terminal, but that's also on our taskbar, and a text editor. Preferences. Let's look at preferences. Appearance settings. We've already looked at that, but here it's in this menu as well. All right, we've already looked at that. And then you got main menu editor. Right. This is very useful. You can add or take away anything that's in your start menu. Such as if I click on programming, you can see the 3. I have ticked education, nada, nothing. Office, I've got my LibreOffice and my document viewer. Internet, I've got my 2 internets. Then we go to preferences. Now here, you can add or take away anything that's in the preferences menu. Same with accessories, system tools, accessories, yeah. Games, not really interested in games, so I've got none. Graphics. So here you can, in your main menu editor, you can say what you want. Display settings. You need to highlight that because you want display settings. Okay? So we'll okay that. So just have a look at these. I know I'm trying to not go as quick as I'm trying to keep it nice and at nice speed. Let's look at Raspberry Pi config. Okay. Here we can change our password. Display. Interfaces. You're going to need to turn on I2C, SSH and SPI. If we need to turn on any others during our videos where we're doing coding, I'll let you know. Okay. There is another way which I'm going to show you, but at the moment that's enough. Okay. Screen configuration. I have 2 screens, one behind the other. You can, if I was to move one of my screens to the left or right, you can have 2 separate screens. But because I do my instruction, I need to copy this Raspberry Pi screen to my Windows 11 machine in OBS. That's why I've got one on top of the other, so they act as one screen, right? But you will have one this side, or you can swap them around wherever you want them. Okay? So that's the screen layout. Now, what I'm going to show you now is how to get all these apps that I've got on my machine. So what we need to do is open a terminal. And we need to open Google Chrome or whatever browser you prefer to use. In this browser, I want you to put this address, pi-apps.io, yeah, /install.html. So that's pi-install.io/install.html. You'll come up with this page, the Pi Apps installation page. 2 ways you can install it. You can run this command line, or you can install manually if you prefer to see what happens under the hood. I'd suggest you do this so you can watch all the commands. Right click, copy. Minimize that or turn it off. Go to your terminal, right click and paste. There you go. Now, I'm not going to press enter because I've already got it installed. But you press enter and it'll start installing Pi apps, right? As it's installing, you'll come to a part where it wants a yes or no, a Y or an N. You press yes, right? And then it'll finish the load. Then it'll come to the bottom, Pi apps is installed, right? Let me get rid of that. And then it'll come up and you'll have this icon, right? You'll have this icon. Click on it. This box will come up. You click execute. And then this will come up. Pi apps. Right? Different categories of applications. Right? You've got an all apps where you can scroll through them all. I'm just going to go through a few of them. Appearance. Conky. Remember I said I got Conky installed? That's this. System analysis software. Right? You can install Conky rings. It's similar to this, but it's in rings over on this side. So that's that. Creative Arts. Different. These are like drawing packages and stuff. Don't really use them. Engineering. Different CAD packages. Games. I don't play games, but there's lots of them. Then my installed internet. Different browsers you can use. And different internet applications. TeamViewer. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of that. But it's where a team can get together over a computer network. Okay. Office. This is the one I wanted to show you. LibreOffice. If you want to use Office tools, load that. It's free. That's the main thing. It's free. And in my opinion, it's just as good as Windows 365 Office package. Then we've got programming. Different programming you can play with. As I said earlier, try to use the same software as what you're trying to learn. System management, terminals and tools. Different tools you can use. All right. So just look in there, see what you fancy and install it. But remember, Sony is the one we need and a terminal. Okay. So, let me just do this. So, that's the desktop. Hope it helps. But remember, play around. You can't break it. If you do break it, you have to install the operating system again, set it up again. But that's good practice. I've done it lots of times. I've not messed things up, but I've been playing with things, playing in Linux. Something's gone wrong. Oh no, reinstalled the operating system. Okay. So anyway, thank you everybody. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. And on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.